the initial mopping of the kitchen and bath area is done, and what a difference it makes. I call it the initial mopping because it's kind of just get the surface dirt off so that we can come back and later really do a clean mop. But wow, what a relief, and I'm going to be moving through the whole room this way. I have prepared another strip to be mopped in the first mud removal mopping all the way over to the piano there. Sorry, clearing the throat. It's so satisfying to see it afterward. Come back to me in just a minute. All right, I want this room to be remembered as it was. The ceiling, water damaged and collapsing. A dead bird in there. I'm not going to get a close-up of that, but it must have got in and not found a way out, and then it kind of got picked apart by bugs. So I'm sweeping it now, and in every case, sweeping means cobwebs too, high and low. And then I'll mop this room. It's the one that leads back onto the chapel. Look at this room again. Swept, mopped. I learned that it was a good thing to damp mop the walls as well. I do hope y'all stay with me until these floors are all sanded and treated and sealed. That's going to be a huge difference in this place. Now it's time for me to back out, making sure I don't step on anything as I go, because this is the next room. With its terrible paneling, a bunch of screws in the walls for some reason. Again, it was used as a classroom, or maybe with the shelving hooks that are on the wall, maybe even for shelving. Yeah, mopping the walls. Oh, there was one thing in this room that I wanted to show you. Once upon a time, there must have been a very aggressive rodent here, because they put on a piece of plywood and it wasn't enough. So they put on the block to hold the plywood in place, and the animal just came around the tail end. You can see where it chewed away at the floorboards there at the edge. It really wanted in. And hopefully, it's long gone now. Well, the room has been swept. I haven't mopped it yet. It's a little stifling in here. Looks a lot better for having been swept. This room might be the least troubled of all, in spite of all the nails and screws in the walls, and the actual holes in the paneling. This might be the least troubled, simply because the floor is good, the ceiling seems to be unmarked for the most part. Trouble is, I can't open the window to air it out until I blast these wasps that are in here. Always something. So I'm going to mop it out now and leave it looking like, then we go out into that room. Here you go. Now, okay, so it's glistening because it's wet, and the wet will go away and it'll be a flat dry, but I've taken a lot of dirt out of here. And when it is cleaned and polished up, this beautiful reddish hardwood floor is going to be all beautiful and reddish and hardwood again. And all the screws and things will come off the walls. So, 2 rooms down, 1, 2, and part of the main room. I think next I'll do this other classroom here off to the side and kind of back myself out the door. Oops, coming around. And by that time I will have tracked enough dirt through the rest of it that I will just damp mop the whole thing through once. It's happening, folks, it's happening. By nightfall I should have a clean floor, walls and doors all around. And at least in this part the windows are open. That reminds me, I should probably go around and zap those wasps down now so that I can open that other window for airflow.